I work for Life Skateboards, handcrafting skateboard decks by hand. That's redundant. If you want a Life Skateboard of your own, you go to lifeskateboard.com. Today I'm going to be pressing the standard board, so I'm going to get 4 in that press, and then I'm going to shape 6 boards in the other room. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. There's some subjects I won't get onto that comments last time got into. And hopefully this is a bit of a clearer live than before. The screen protector on my phone was scratched right on the dang front camera. So, I'm pulling the layups for the standard press right now. We're going to do 4 naturals. So I'm going to pull out 4 natural faces. Pull out 8 pieces of core. 4. Throw 2 on each stack here. And these are the veneers that will end up becoming a life board. Sorry I stuttered there for a second. Alright, we always throw a color veneer inside the core. Make it a little pretty, even if it's natural. 2 reds to finish it off. And then 4 more faces. And after that, you got 2 cross bands for each of these. So that's 7 total plies of maple inside of each Life Skateboard. Oh, I'm dropping stuff. Once again, if you want a board deck of your own, you go to lifeskateboard.com and get exactly what you want. There's all the layups for the standard press, and I'll move you guys around. Oops, and flip over. Move you guys around so you can see the gluing happen. So I'm going to be gluing up 4 boards and placing them in the press. So and I said this on the last live, so hopefully this isn't redundant with you. Not much, just making skateboards. Now the reason we glue by hand is to ensure that every side of every ply inside your board has full glue coverage. Sorry, I stop mid-sentence to read stuff sometimes. It's a glue machine. They can't get the cross bands, and because they get both sides of the plies that they glue, they don't do the faces as well. And we want full glue coverage to ensure that the end product is a high-quality product that's going to last a long time. Thank you. I appreciate it. I am gluing up the veneers that'll get pressed into skateboards. When I'm done with these 4, we're going to be going to the next room. I've got 8 boards to shape today. Sam already cut them out on the templates. So you guys are going to get to see me shape 6 of those. I've got to get some footage for myself to make an ad for life later on. If you guys have any questions about the board making process, how to get a board, what we do, anything like that, or random questions, who knows? The last YouTube live I did was really fun. People were asking all kinds of fun questions. And before I forget, give me a second here, I'm going to share this. Back. Nope. Skateboards are made out of 7 plies of maple, generally. Pressed with glue between them and pressed inside of a press. We use 20-ton jacks to raise our press. The plies inside of it, you've got a face, which is a vertical grain, a core, another vertical grain, a crossband, horizontal grain, core, crossband, core, and face. So those are all sandwiched together and make the board strong. No, sir. That's a silly thing to suggest. But we've all been waiting for you, Lord William. Don't worry. We've all been waiting. Oh, see, YouTube lives are fun, but then you get some dummies on here saying some dumb stuff all the time. Sorry if these lives get boring a little bit here. It's going to be a long one. Hey, you can come back from it. I broke my leg a few years ago, and I think it was a 6-week recovery before I was back on a board. Alright, I'm going to move you over this way so you can see what I'm doing here. What I'm going to do now is just tape up the ends so inside the press. Boom! Somebody got it good quick. I tape these up so that the ends don't shift around on me. And wow, yes, I do remember. If you're super early on, 8 weeks in, that's awesome. Hey, what's up, Tim? Sorry, kind of fell off topic there. If you're super early on in your sobriety journey, that's going to happen. But I'm super proud of you. Doesn't matter how much time you got underneath you, I'm just proud of you. And I promise you the shakiness, the pain, the trouble sleeping, it all goes away. And then suddenly you have a life full of clarity. And you can start growing as a person as well. I guess that's a good point to branch off from. If you don't know, I'm a big advocate for sobriety because I'm an addict in recovery. So I think that there's a contact email listed on my channel. If you ever need help or advice with quitting vices, things like that, I'm always here to help. Because if strangers didn't help me when I needed to quit, I wouldn't be around anymore. So I gotta return the favor. And hearing stories like that that you quit drinking and things like that, that makes me happy. That makes it all worth it. Thank you, I appreciate that. Same here, Tim. It's definitely a journey worth taking. I've got whole years of my life I don't remember thanks to really dumb decisions that I can only blame myself for. But now I'm here, and I guess a part of the reason I'm here is to help people get out of the position that I was once in. Oh, absolutely. See, when I was using and drinking, I was doing those things because I didn't want to be alive anymore. And there were issues with myself that I couldn't handle because I was diluting my mind with substances. And it took probably, I think, 3 or 4 months before I actually felt better. I remember thinking I wouldn't be able to skate anymore. I remember thinking like, oh no, you learned everything drunk. How are you going to do things sober? And then suddenly I hit the progression mark that I never thought I'd be at. So I feel great. Now I know when I'm sick, I'm actually sick, and it's not just the substances. I can work on my health and be honest with everybody around me. I love it. Hey, it's okay. I think the best advice I ever got about relapses and things like that, obviously we don't want that to happen, but a new sobriety date is much better than a date on a tombstone, is what I got told. And that meant a lot to me, because it means like if you slip up, it doesn't matter, as long as you stick with it afterwards. Don't look at it as a failure, look at it as a little stumble along the journey. That's something I always tell people that come to me when they relapse. I'd rather have you here and alive, even if I don't know you, because I care about you, because you matter. This is a cool live. There's a good point in quitting. Give me 1 second so I can give you my attention here. Because I dabbled with that one a bit. Quite a bit. The cool thing about that substance is the withdrawals from it can't kill you. So you can just quit on your own. I'd highly suggest quitting cold turkey. Drink a bunch of coffee. You're gonna need it. But there is a point, because even if there's not somebody else depending on you, or not somebody else pushing you to quit and better yourself, you should be bettering yourself for your future. And this is coming from somebody that never wanted to have a future. I mean, I spent every day at the bottom of a bottle, hoping I didn't wake up the next day. And now, look at me. Working my dream job, making skateboards for a living, getting to skate all the time, happy. It's great. Always quit for you. The withdrawals from drinking can be dangerous depending on how much you used. If you try to quit and you start having shakes, I would definitely look into detox with medical help, because they're going to make sure you're okay through detox, because alcohol is one of the only withdrawals that can kill you. But if you don't have the shakes, you're good to quit on your own. The withdrawals usually mean like trouble sleeping, headaches, feeling a little bit off, stomach issues, things like that. The serious issues are with your heart. But all the other withdrawals are things that fade away. And eventually, your brain doesn't think you need it anymore, because that's all withdrawals are. Withdrawals are your brain trying to convince your body that you need the substance that you've convinced yourself you need. So you just got to get past that point, and then you'll be golden. Yeah, no, insomnia is a serious part of withdrawals. What I used to help me with my insomnia and the nightmares and things like that came with it was valerian root and theanine. You can get both of those supplements over the counter. Neither are addictive. They're really good for you. They don't have the same long-term effect of melatonin. And that's what I used. I believe it's Ollie's makes a gummy that has both of them in there. I think it's the extra sleepy time gummy. But you can also just get both of those supplements on their own as a capsule. Let me get this extra glue. You guys can't see what I'm doing here. I know it's easier said than done, but I promise you. And right now, when you're in active addiction, it's hard to convince yourself that it can be done, but I promise you it can be done from a person that's overdosed and a person that's definitely not wanted to be here anymore and definitely never saw myself quitting. It can be done. And it's worth it. If you don't see the benefits now, I promise you'll see the benefits when you are done with it. Not only, because right now, if you're in active addiction, you're chasing a fix. Wouldn't it be better to chase growth for yourself? That's my opinion. Oh, absolutely worth it, because the heart issues go away. I sure was one. I sure was a dirtbag. This is not how I expected this live to go, and I love it. You guys are rad. If all my lives turn into talking about addiction and helping people, I'm not going to be upset about that. That's pretty awesome. This is definitely going to get posted as a full video. I wasn't. I was kind of a loser. I promise. Your boy had no friends, except for his little band. Agreed, Sam. Thank you. That's a great way to do it too. Because early on another thing I always suggest people right when they quit is find something that is extremely physically exhausting that takes all of your attention. So like skateboarding. Because if you go and have to skate all day, you're not going to even worry about falling asleep later. That's going to come natural for you. Sorry, I'm having a little issue with the tape here. There we go. Gluing up one more and we'll keep talking about this. That's smart. Always. Everybody pay attention to what Sam is saying there. Sam's been, and I'm extremely grateful to him. He's been an amazing mentor through continued sobriety. And a great resource whenever I need to help people. Usually if I don't understand something or I need some extra help with helping someone with sobriety, Sam's the man that I go to. Very grateful for Sam. It's actually my boss. It's really nice to have a boss that cares about you that much. Another big part of sobriety is making sure that your environment wants you to be sober. I know that's a hard thing to control, but sometimes it takes a serious change of environment to make sobriety happen. For me, that was the job I was working at. Thank you, Sam. The job that I was working at, the friends that I was hanging out with, the times that I was going to a skate park. I started kind of isolating myself for a bit, going to the park all the time, kind of keeping to myself. And that, until I was strong enough to make sure that I could turn away substances, I stayed away from situations where I would be offered substances. And then suddenly I could go to punk shows again at skate parks, and I loved it. Whew. That's a hard one to kick, for sure. That is a hard one. I'm proud of you for that journey. That's a very hard one to quit. But very smart on you for your health and your wallet. The last time I checked, cigarettes are ridiculously expensive. Guys, this is a really cool live. Love you guys. You're awesome. This is the last board we're pressing up here, and then I'm going to... That's true. Then I'm going to move you guys over with the tripod over to the press, so you can see the press go up. You're going to see me align them. And then we're going to go over to the shaping room and shape 6 boards. And then I got two that I got to do off camera. I bet they're expensive over there. Whew. I'm pretty ignorant. I don't know what type of money you guys use over there. But how much are they? That's what I want to know. Just out of curiosity. I don't even know how much cigarettes are here. Our shop is called, whew, that's a lot. Our shop is called Life Skateboards. You can go to lifeskateboard.com and get a board of your own. While I grab some more glue, there you go. Look at my bad handwriting. Oops. Drop the lid. The lid. All right. That's a lot, I think. I'm also pretty ignorant on global economics, and I'll admit that. I don't know where the euro stands against the dollar right now, but that still sounds like a lot. Thank you. That's actually the owner that answered you right there. Thank you. I appreciate it. And when you go on the website, you're going to have all kinds of options. Now, for international shipping, I'd always suggest ordering with some friends because it's a flat rate, so it'll definitely be cheaper on you that way. And there's Tim's testimony to Life Skateboards. We greatly appreciate you, Tim. Tim's rad, being the family man lately. Proud of him. He's a great filmer as well. If you're not subscribed to Tim, go subscribe to him. Sorry, I'm used to lives on Instagram. I'm saying the wrong words. All right, let me get this wheelie chair over there. Get you guys. There. All right. So in our presses, we've got 2 molds here. Each one fits 2 boards. And this is our standard press. Alignment is extremely important on these. If the boards aren't aligned properly, then the boards won't come out proper. And we only make proper boards. We make you a skateboard that's made to last, not factory trash. Right. So there's those first 2. I take the second mold, place it on top of there. Make sure that's good and lined up. All right. I'm going to throw these last 2 in there, and then I'm going to raise the press up by hand, and we'll be on to shaping. Sorry if anybody's asking questions right now. I won't be able to answer them just yet until I get over there. And then when we get on to shaping, I'm going to be going through 2 boards at a time, and I most likely won't be able to answer any questions until I get to the orbital. But feel free to ask. For the rest of the steps, I wear a respirator. PPE. All right, throw this last separator in there. All right, now it's time to raise up the presses. What we got here? Yeah, I got somebody across the world watching this at midnight. I really like YouTube lives compared to Instagram lives. It's pretty fun. Looks good to me. All right. And we're just going to raise this all the way up, and you'll be able to watch the glue squeeze out the sides. As you saw earlier, the glue is yellow, but once it comes out of the press, it usually takes on the color of the pliers next to the glue. is really pretty. That's why you're seeing all these colors down here. Stalactites or stalagmites? I don't know. I haven't played Minecraft in a while. That's how I know those things. You know I'm not smart. Yep. Those are centered. Alright, if you're familiar with fickle skateboards, this back and forth thing at the end here is actually a tip from Lou Ross. Right before you get the press all the way up, kind of alternating back and forth between the jacks here, kind of lets the glue push around and get anywhere that might be a little bit light. However, earlier we ensured full coverage gluing by hand. Alright, make sure these guys are real tight here, and then it's moving on to shaping. Alright, what we got here? Tights. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, algorithm, for whatever's going on here. I just got to cover this glue up, but so how many layers are in each board? So standard boards come with, standards boards come with 7 layers of maple. We give the option for an 8-ply or a 6-ply. 6-ply is our standard for youth. That's just for either more strength or a little bit of a lighter board. There are some companies that use, now we're an all-wood construction company, so every ply is wood from us. But there are some companies like Powell Peralta that makes a flight deck that has a different number of plies in it, and I can't honestly say for sure what that is. But I'm sure you could look that up and check. They have a layer that's not wood in there, give you a more flexible but still strong board. And the reason we specifically mess with wood is people like the all wood feel, and that's what we like to do. There are some companies like Black Cat. I believe Black Cat uses carbon fiber, but we like what we do. Is one of my pupils dilated? I don't know. Whoops, dropping stuff. That's a good question. So that depends on every deck. Mostly, if it's a natural board, we're going to throw 1 color in there. Sometimes we do 2, sometimes we do more on request. Sometimes you get a board like this that's got a colored bottom, colored top, and then a colored center. Things like that. Whew. All right, so now we're going to be moving on to shaping. This is the shaping room here. Trying to not die, so I put my hair up. We're going to go through these 2 at a time. It usually makes it go by pretty well. We have actually, hold up. Where's the template? I have a template from the Sam got a request. Sam's the owner. Sam got a request from Bail Gun Gary to make this. I'll grab the template. This is called our 8-bit football because we can make anything. He asked for this. It's weird, it's fun, and it is what it is. Now this is just the template. This isn't the actual shape. But yeah, that'd be who it is. Now, once again, I just work for Life Skateboards. I've worked here for several years, but Sam has been doing this for over since 2012, actually. That would be a question for Sam. We don't tend to do that, but once again, that's just a question for Sam. Unfortunately, I'm the guy that makes them, but I will say that we don't normally do that. But all right, let me throw this mask on. I'm going to be taking this through the belt, which you can't even see right now. The belt, and the edge router, and then the drum. In between each step, I'll explain to you what's going on. And we'll go from there. I don't think you can understand me very well. All right, that's Sam right there. So Sam is the man that you would want to talk to about that, and that would be Sam saying no right there. All right. Awesome, great. It's nice when the boss man's in the comments. All right, so what I'm doing here is I'm bringing the edge to a 90 with the concave. See there? And now that's going to be able to round off on the router. I'm going to do another one and then I'll bring you guys over so you can see that happen. Oh, you know it. Everything we do dims the lights. I'm pretty good at answering questions and working, especially when it gets to the orbital, but I also take my hours off based on that. So, I take that in. Round it off. Thank you, Sam. I appreciate that. Oh, that's a great question. Thank you. I appreciate you guys enjoying it. So, when the boards go in the press, they are under pressure for 24 hours. That's 24 hours. And then they cure for a week in a stack of their own concave so they don't have any snapback on the concave. There you go. You know what? I'm going to work. Sam's there. He's going to answer questions. Boom. I'm not used to having somebody else to answer questions for me. That's awesome. There's got to be one of these open in here. Yep. There we go. I didn't open it, Sam. So, this step just kind of cleans up the edges there for you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. There is a cleaned up edge. I got you, man. Hey, the little help I got is more than I've ever had. the flaps, the fans. Sam and I found out the names for these, and we're bad at it. I understand that. That's a struggle right there. So this just kind of cleans it up right before it goes on the orbital. I should probably make it so you can see that. This is the danger machine. I'm not going to stick my head down there to read anything because this thing almost killed me one time. Now it's onto the orbital. Let me move some boards here. Whoa. Give me just a second here. My nose gets running in that thing. Ugh. All right, so let me get you guys plugged in, see if you asked any questions. Thank you, I appreciate it. What was that? Mac mops, yeah, there we go. It cleans it up a little bit more. I mean, that every step of this is cleaning it up for the final cut. Now this is the last step of sanding before graphics are applied. Got a fresh box. And this is the final step. This is where I get any excess glue off, round off the edges, and do any touch-ups. That's a good question. If Sam's not still here, I'm going to field that question. So we're actually very against heat transfers. We think it's pretty counterproductive to quality to push a board through a heat roller that's over 200 degrees. And we'd rather not pass that damage on to the customer. Screen prints are awesome, but what we do here at Life Skateboards is we apply all of our graphics with lino blocks, just like Sam just said. Lino blocks are like a big stamp. It's a hand-carved relief image, and they just get smacked right on there. And there's no stress applied to the board, no heat, and you get a high-quality board for an end product. Every step that we take here, whether that's the long cure times, long press times, rolling by hand, everything we do is to make sure that your end product is a high-quality board. I fell in love with Life Skateboards well before I knew it was a Life Skateboard. The quality is very, very clear when you put your feet on it. Yeah, I love it. And I really do appreciate the, you'd have to check on the website. What is this, a shovel nose, Sam? I think this is a shovel nose, maybe. So popsicles start at $70. and then your shapes are going to go up from there. So like our twin is 79. I'm not too familiar with all of our prices. I'm the guy that makes them. But you just go to lifeskateboard.com and check out prices. I might be wrong on the shape name too, which would be pretty bad. Yeah, I got it right. So yeah, you just go on the website and look for the trouble head. Thank you. Like I said, that's popsicles that start at 70 and then 79 for shape for the twins, and then some more go up from there. But I appreciate that. If only everybody noticed that. Woo! I lost my vacuum. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad this is bringing you some joy, man. That makes me happy. So now that the tops and bottoms are already sanded, now it's time to touch up the course, yep. You go to lifeskateboard.com and you can pick out whatever shape, size, whatever you want, and we'll get it done for you. If you order one from lifeskateboard.com, maybe you'll see me shaping your board live on YouTube here. And the reason I don't wear gloves for this step is a lot of the touch up here is by feel. I want to make sure when the customer runs their hand along the edge of the board, they can tell how much love we put into it. All right, and there's a finished one touch up here. A little bit of glue on that side, and there is a finished shovel head. And on to the next. Give me 1 second here, guys. I'm going to make this easier for you guys to find out where we stop. I was tired and I have horrible handwriting for this, but there you go. Lifeskateboard.com. Someone just asked, Roger said shovel heads are like a bowl board shape. So that's actually a topic that I personally care about a lot. I know that popsicles are kind of the standard that everybody does. In my opinion, that's just because they're the easiest board to make. I personally made my shape, my signature shape, as weird as possible. That shovel head could be used for anything. I enjoy knuckleheads for street, and then my shape. This is the shape that I designed, and I skate for everything, to prove a point that you can skate whatever you want and you're gonna have a good time. Yeah, skate shapes. Popsicles are boring. But we make them anyway. I think for the best transition into skate, if you go on our website and check out the Twins, that was the first skateboard I skated from Life Skateboard. But before I skated for Life, thank you, I appreciate that. Hey, I'm living my childhood dream too, don't worry. The Twins on our website are like a mild shape that hourglasses towards the center with a symmetrical twin tail, and a little bit square. We like to make everything to order. That way everything is pretty fresh for you. We do supply Q Skate Park. I don't think they have any right now, but they should soon. And then we do keep like a small stack of boards that are already done, so I can bring those around with me to parks and sell them. But we like to make you exactly what you want, so most of our stuff is made to order. Hey, thank you. Hopefully I'll be doing these lives more here. I used to do them on Instagram a lot, but I really like the community on YouTube. You guys are really rad. Hey, we thought about doing fingerboards too, but it's really fun. It's almost the same process. It's the same process. It's crazy how simple it is. You know? Thank you, I appreciate that. Like I said, I'd like to do more stuff with YouTube. I really like the community here, and I'm not really liking what Meta's doing with things. Before graphics pressing. So it would just depend on how things are working out. I can go straight from this step to go press the apply the graphics if I wanted to. Sam does most of the graphics, and we tend to just kind of work opposite each other. He cuts out the shape, I shape the boards, he applies the graphics and the clear coats, and then does the shipping. So it really just depends on how our schedules line up, but we can just run over there. Now from press to graphics, that would be 8 days. 24 hours in the press, 7 days curing, and then it can get cut right away, take over there, graphics applied, dry the graphic, apply the clear coat, and then it's good. I am awful with fingerboards. When I broke my leg, somebody gave me like a pro setup, and I couldn't do anything besides pressure finger. I mean, my knuckles and my hands have been broken so many times that it's just, I can't do it. I have a lot of respect for people that can do it. Thank you, I appreciate that, Roger. Yeah, thank you guys for subscribing. These lives are really fun. I like them. I think I'm gonna shift a lot of my focus over to YouTube. I'm much better at short format videos. I grew my Instagram that way, and shorts are okay. I kind of trolled people to get my biggest short, but it is what it is. And I think I'm gonna just start making short form videos for YouTube and get back to doing longer videos when things warm up here and I can actually bring people around to film with me and all that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Alrighty, that's another 10. It's weird. Yeah, I just couldn't do it. I got friends that are really good at finger nails, but I just couldn't do it. I'll do a pressure tray until it lands in a cool grind by accident, and then I pretend like I did it on purpose. Alright, so yeah, you guys, if I get back to doing full-length videos, what you're probably going to see is obviously outside of this, I skateboard. Oops, there we go. I clean skate parks for a nonprofit called Skate Park Respect. I work with the city of Lawrence to improve LP skate park located in community park inside of Lawrence. So a lot of content doing that and playing with my dog, all kinds of stuff like that. Haven't really found out exactly the direction I want to go with things besides just like video vlogs, but it's fun. On to the mask stuff. You guys are rad. Got some skateboarders. My name's Casper, Roger. It was nice to meet you. Thanks for spending your time here. Oh, you know it. We do it this way because it's the best way. Corner cutting ain't for us. The only corners we cut are the ones off our own cut. Thanks, Roger. So, what I'm doing right now, we got a hog and a pig over here. So we have a series of shapes that are named after that. We've got our hog, the boar, the piglet, and the pig. And that's what we're playing with here right now. So I'm going to be shaping these two. And then I've got two more to shape on this live, and then I'm going to probably hop off of here. We've got a couple new shapes. It'll be the first two that are being shaped. So going to keep that one a secret from you guys. Ugh. I got cold out. Somebody said do a kickflip, and my knees hurt. Give me a second. Ugh. I got the wrong shoes on. Applicant. This is embarrassing. You ever done a kickflip with a board that's warped and old and my knees are no good right now, guys. That took an embarrassing long amount of time, and I'm really sorry. That took an embarrassingly long amount of time. I hurt my knees on a side job yesterday, so don't do that in a respirator, kids. That's pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. Whew, makes you tired real quick. When called upon, you need to find something to do a kickflip on. If all I had was a 2x4, I would have done it. 65 people just watched me just absolutely fail at that several times. Sorry. Thank God that was just a template I knocked over. To it. Sorry you guys had to watch that horrible attempt at kick flipping in my socks. My bad. Be right back. All right. So I'm probably going to end the live. I'm glad you loved it. I'm going to probably end the live after I'm done with these two. I've got to get footage of those other boards I have to shape. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. If you enjoy what you're watching, share it with your friends. Subscribe for me if you'd like to. I'd like to continue doing more lives like this. Ooh, my phone's going to die. Whoops. Plug that in. Sorry, Thomas. Hi. I know some Spanish, but I'm pretty ignorant. I'm sorry, bud. I wish I... I wish I knew Hello. And how are you doing today? Have a good night, bud. Thanks for watching. Once again. LifeSkateboard3.com. And that's where you can afford your own. Do whatever you want. Screenshot that if you need to. Right But thank you guys for watching. If you'd like a handcrafted deck of your own, go to lifeskateboard.com and get what you need. Maybe you'll see me shaping your board on a live while you're on YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe for me if you'd like. Like I said, I'd like to switch my focus over to YouTube. I really like this community. Instagram's cool and all, and spent my time growing there, but I think it's time I made a switch over to here. So thank you guys. Have a great night. Yeah. Thank you.